We are super fans of Peking duck, and we've already tried a few really good places in Shanghai. I will set up the links at the end of the video. But recently we tried this restaurant which is newly opened in Shanghai. It's called Hometown. And the restaurant is situated right next to this newly opened shopping mall in Changning Laifushi. If you take the subway, you can get off at Zhongshan Park. And I have to say, I think it may be one of the best, if not the best, Peking duck I've ever tasted in my life. On top of that, it is the cheapest Peking duck we've tried so far. Only around $25 US for an entire duck. Usually, for that amount of money, you could only get half a duck. So you must make a reservation because it is a new restaurant and it's quite crowded. And it is getting more and more popular by the minute since it's so affordable. They have a lot more space upstairs and it is definitely a lively atmosphere. The ambiance is certainly more expensive than the price they're charging for it. Everything on the menu is relatively cheap except for a few dishes. I was glad that the carrot juice was fresh and not pre-made. Maybe the restaurant was quite new, the receptionist was pretty clueless, she couldn't find our reservation, we had to wait for about 10-15 minutes downstairs when our other friend was already seated upstairs, so I guess they didn't realize that there are more party to the table than just one person and that they should not have cancelled our reservation before everyone arrived. So this is one of the best dishes of the evening. You have to try this. The presentation is beautiful. It's marinated cherry tomatoes with the perfect balance of sweet and acidity. This dish would cost at least 2 to 3 times the price in Hong Kong. This dish was not only delicious but super cheap, only around $5 US. Next, we had the spinach roll with sesame sauce, also really delicious. And it costs only around $5 US. Then we had the sweet and sour deep-fried dough with pineapples in a pineapple. Absolutely mouth-watering. Also around only $5 US. What a deal. This is the minced meat with tofu in a spicy sacha sauce. Super delicious. It goes amazingly well with rice. The texture of the tofu is quite smooth. We ordered a rice which turns out to be Hainan rice, which is also very tasty and delicious. This is the Singaporean twist. The star of the evening, our Peking duck has arrived, and we get to watch the master carve this beautifully, perfectly cooked duck. One thing that distinguishes the Peking duck here as opposed to the ones in Hong Kong is the skin. It's super crispy. When they prepare it, it doesn't have a lot of extra fat hanging on the skin. The skin is just really crispy and tasty. They do charge you $3 extra US for the condiments, vegetables, and also the wraps, which is totally fine because that's super cheap. We also love the fact that they have a steamer that keeps the wraps or the pancakes moist and warm during the entire time that you eat the Peking duck. because a lot of times the wraps get cold and hard really quickly, so that's a really nice touch. They also supposedly use jasmine leaves to steam the wraps. However, we couldn't really taste the jasmine in the wraps. Maybe the duck was too strong. So after they finish cutting all the duck meat, they usually just give us the rest for free. However, they wanted us to make the rest of the duck meat into a congee and charge us an extra around $6. Or make it into a duck soup, but usually duck soup is tasteless. Most often, restaurants that are cheaper will charge you that extra fee. We hesitated because usually we get the rest of the duck meat for free in other restaurants. But then we thought about it, since the duck was already really cheap and $6 is not that much extra, so we agreed to it. And we're glad we made the decision because the duck congee was really, really good. They keep changing the menu. Now you can also make it into a spicy duck dish. The bill was around $62 for 3 people, so only around $21 per person. We also got an extra discount of about 10% because it was a new restaurant, because they were doing some sort of promotion. In summary, I have to say this was one of the best, if not the best Peking duck I've ever tasted in my entire life. Not only that, all the other dishes were also super delicious. In addition, it was very cheap. And the ambiance of the restaurant certainly did not reflect the price. So I would definitely recommend this restaurant to everybody. And I will definitely come back again and again. If you enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for your support. We have the links of the other Peking duck restaurants we tried at the end of the video, and also all the restaurants in Shanghai playlist as well. Enjoy!